All right. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the DJ Julius Show. Here in studio with special guest Mr. Cody Ward.
What's
Say
up?
hey Cody.
Oh,
We are Facebook living and we are connecting to Statesvegas Radio as we speak. Welcome to everybody listening to us on our app or at statesvegasradio.com. Welcome all you folks on Facebook. Welcome to another exciting episode of the DJ Julius Show. That's my best radio. I guess. My daughter says, "Why do you talk different when you talk into the microphone?" I'm like, "Do I? I thought I sound the same, but I guess I don't." As usual, all you people out there in Facebook land, if you have any questions or comments for our guest, Mr. Cody Ward, feel free to comment in. Sure, Cody will be glad to answer any questions, or he'll take any compliments. What's up, Jason Bowles? To the DJ Julius Show. Oh, Josh Gale says, "Get it, Cody." But you know Josh, don't you? All right, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to talk a whole lot. We're going to get started with a song because quite a few songs we want Cody to perform for us. And word is on the street that DJ Julius needs to do less talking and let there be more entertainment. So we're going to let you get things started, Cody. What you gonna sing for us, brother?
so I'm gonna do an original here. Probably do a lot of originals tonight. Probably.
All originals.
Okay. So
that's what we like.
Song wrote, I'll say about 2 years ago. Pretty upbeat song. So anybody out there is maybe be drinking some beer and hanging by a bonfire, and then seeing somebody that just absolutely blows your mind away. The song is just I'll keep it going.
Keep going.
Boys round up for a good time. Hit the party down right, we brought the moonshine. Truck tires feel the ground to that old spot. By the tailgates up and we let them drop. Yeah, I thought I seen it all. So storms right in like a virgin fall. Chevrolet harass me. She sits right next to me. Hell, that's right. She's a midnight gypsy. Dancing in the fireless sky, got me feeling alright. Crazy inside, settle down, cuddle up, raise a glass, fill it up. I got a feeling I know it lasts. So come on, baby, oh baby, keep it going like that. Let's keep it going like that. Radio had the mood going just right. Blue eyes kept the stars shining all night. We talked a while, sipping on the Carolina clear, like we had no other place but to be right here. Yeah, and then the song came on. The radio man was singing along, tipping back to the country beat as she climbed up in my seat. Howling at the moon, that's right. She's a midnight gypsy, kiss me more. Dancing in the fireless sky, got me feeling alright. Crazy inside, settle down, cuddle up, raise a glass, fill it up.
Keep it going like that, Mr. Cody Ward, live in the studio on Statesvegas Radio. Says, hey, Matthew Boss says, sounds.
Oh yeah,
So,
Matthew.
you know
Boss.
Matthew? Is that,
Oh, I
is
know
that a
Matthew.
friend?
Yeah, he's one of them smart ass kind of guys.
Oh, okay. Well, sure he wouldn't lie about you sounding good. I could hear
But
you
I still
sounding
love
great.
him. He's a pro.
Joy Rumpel, hey guys. They're logging on Facebook. I'd like to welcome you guys and welcome everybody that's listening on States Vegas Radio. Welcome all our Facebook Live listeners too. Got them logging on, man. I guess it's a cold, icy night in States Vegas, you know. So we've got everybody's at home drinking a beer and watching the DJ Julius Show, listening to a little Cody Ward music.
Hey, everybody can blame it on the weather, but I think I'm just gonna act like I'm famous or something. I'm gonna take this
man, I
in.
don't know, man. They're blowing up Facebook on there, so you must be well known somewhat. I know it's not DJ Julius. They're not tuning in for me. That's for sure. I'm not the talent in the room. You are. So tell us about that song, man.
So, man, that was actually a second single release with the band Kimberlane. And I was lead vocals for a band Kimberlane, and
Kimberlane, yeah.
so we that was one of the second songs that we released, and it's always been a pretty good hit at our shows. Everybody seems to enjoy it, and me and my roommate Brandon Ross, he was lead guitarist for us at the time, and sat down and we started thinking of different things outside the box, what we could do, and kind of like what our interest was, and kind of like what we were doing at the time, and so it started out, I guess, kind of just beer and a bonfire. And Brandon was like, man, he said, man, like a feeling night. Like, we need to add, a little bit more of this. And I was like, yeah, and then we need to add this. And about time both of us adding this and that, and come up with.
You start out with the music first, the lyrics, or just kind of.
To be honest with you, I really don't
start playing some chords and.
I really don't remember because it was like once we kind of figured out where we were going with it, the song was wrote in an hour.
It's organic. You know, they say the best songs are written and really sit down trying to write one tougher, but you just kind of get out there jamming and letting it flow. That's when it's a hit, I guess.
But yeah, that's pretty much how it felt.
Got more folks on Facebook Live. Ricky Driver says, "Hope you're doing well, Cody."
Howdy.
That's all about.
Some what?
Some mulch. I have no idea.
Comment that, Matthew.
Ricky Driver. Some black mulch.
Oh, he needs some mulch. Hey, we'll hook him up.
Yeah, you can hook you up for the right price. What do you do? A little landscaping in the day job?
Man, whenever I lived in Harley, I done a little landscaping on the side.
Oh, I got you.
Make a little.
Got to pay the bills in between those gigs, don't you?
I ended up wanting to try to make it full time, which that didn't work. And I had a second kid come along, and then I realized it was twice as expensive than just one kid.
There's a lot of landscapers out there too. So that's pretty competitive these days.
So I ended up joining with good friends of mine, Precision Landscape, home maintenance.
Free commercial there, precision landscaping.
Some landscaping.
There you go. Free commercial, free plug.
That's right.
Precision landscaping. Check them out, guys. So how old are you, Cody? 25. You're just a young pup, huh? And you just got married a couple years ago, right?
It'd be 3 years. April.
Wife is
Ellie. I'm surprised I made it 3 years. Honestly.
Nah.
She's hard on me. She's hard. Keeps me alive.
Oh, she's commenting in right now. No, I'm just joking.
It wouldn't surprise me.
She might be after that, but no.
She's the boss now.
I'm sure she's listening. Let's hope, huh? What about? But now you have 2 children now. You said
I do. 6-year-old Bryson. Little girl should be 2 months. Crystal.
Girl.
Oh, we already have been in it for a good while now. She's in this little
high maintenance
stage now where she stomps her foot at you. Kind of looks. Then I start counting. She's like, "What are you counting for?"
And you say, "Okay, baby, it's okay."
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's I've got 3 daughters, and everybody hears them. Here goes DJ Julius talking about his 3 kids again, but I love my daughters. But I let mom do the hard part with the girls. I think with a son, you got to kind of be, dad has to kind of be a little bit more involved than he does with the girls. You just kind of get the loving from the girl. Come and sit on Daddy's lap.
That's how it was for me growing up. I got away a lot with my mom.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when Dad was in the house, it was
Oh
like...
yeah, Dad beat my ass.
Yeah.
My sisters do.
You thought it was all
They
fun
got
and
away with
games.
murder.
Y'all thought it was fun and games. He said, well, Daddy be home at 6. We'll see how
Yeah,
you
Dad's
laughing
coming
now. So,
Start picking out that hickory switch.
yeah.
Well, I know your dad. So. Been in the DJ business for a while. You said you don't want nothing to do with it, huh?
Just my callings actually playing music.
Well, I'll tell you, DJing's for us less talented folks. we can push some buttons and play some talented people.
Somehow, if I end up pushing play on a song, it cuts the whole computer off. So I don't know.
Well, it's not that easy. I shouldn't say that because I am currently booking. Yeah. Wedding season is upon us. That's for sure. Kenneth Ward's your dad, the DJ. Call me and I'm booked. Call Kenneth.
Right.
And your mother?
Dan. Yeah, she remarried now. Dan Rodeck. Yeah, she works at Sir Speedy.
And she's married to
Vaughn.
Vaughn. Okay. I know Vaun well. I didn't realize that she was your mom actually. So
yeah, that's my mom.
Oh, cool. Statesville is a small little community.
It is.
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Surprised we're not cousins.
Not bad. You never know.
Maybe somewhere down the road. Huh?
We'll pull up Ancestry.com. We'll find out.
Now, you're speaking of family, your manager's in the house here. He's not mic'd up, so we're not going to talk to him. He's cousin, right?
Oh, yeah. He acts like a cousin.
No, he's not family?
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Oh,
it's actually my mom's little brother.
Your mom? Also,
he's the baby.
Brother. Okay. How's that?
But,
and he's your management, right?
Yeah, he helps guide decisions.
You get how much percentages? Yeah, we're talking here, man. I might be able to do better, you know.
You know, Easter's coming up, so we're gonna stick with that logo right
0%,
now.
0% of 0 is 0.
We're sticking with an egg right now.
All right, I'm talking too much again. We need some more music, man. What do you want to play for us this time? People on Facebook checking us out. You guys have any comments out there on Facebook land? Sure to comment in and hit Cody up with the tough questions.
Oh yeah.
So far, we've been asked about mulch. they're not being too hard on you on Facebook.
My wife's watching. Kelly, do not ask any questions.
Kelly, come on, Kelly, ask us a question. Let's see how red we can get Cody's face on.
Yeah. So I guess, man, this song, will be around Valentine's Day, so it'd be past. But I wrote this song back when I was in college. Actually, one of the first songs I ever written. I first wrote this song. But then after... Oh, you make it closer?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But, so this is one of the first songs I ever wrote, and... Oh, I gotta look up.
It's all right, man.
Yeah. We used to them power mics on the stage that pick up every little thing.
Radio's a little different story.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky.
But,
so
I'm going to play a song called Be Mine. It was actually a first single release that we did. And I wrote this song actually in college. And because when I was in high school, I had no desire to play music. Like, I love music, don't get me wrong. I've always been a music person. But I had no desire. The only time that I was singing was in the shower or going down the road. Kind of thing.
Wow.
And I never really sang karaoke either. Which, I mean, I still don't like to sing
earlier.
karaoke now, but...
We have a similar dislike for karaoke.
But I got to, Jamie had gave me a guitar when I was in high school, and because obviously he wasn't using it. It had 4 inches of dust on it. Yeah. And then when I got it, it sat for another 3 years, so then it had about 2 more inches after that. But when I got into college, my second year, I just switched majors, and at that time, I would have an 8 o'clock class in the morning, and then my next class wouldn't be till 3, and I wasn't going to drive all the way home. So I was like, heck, I'll just start bringing that guitar and just learning on it and see what I can do with it. And here we are today, and it's already transpired into bigger things. And
so no lessons,
no. I mean,
self-taught.
I'm still not. I mean,
I don't see how people can do that. I tried that. I was like Jamie. I bought the guitar and it sat in the corner. I played with it for 5 minutes and couldn't get AC/DC to sound just quite right. I was like, I'm done with this.
I think I tried to learn Twinkle Twinkle Little Star one time, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. And I set it back down for 2 more weeks.
It was Back in Black for me. I was like, Back in Black. I was like, no, I can't. I ain't just young.
No, I mean, I ended up learning a few little songs, and I think I only knew like 10 songs. And one of my really good friends, Delaney Long, she was having a birthday party, and I ended up going, out to her birthday party with a family member or whatever, and they were like, bring your guitar and play some songs. Let's see what you've learned. And so I ended up doing that, and I was a nervous wreck. I think I had to go change my boxers because I was sweating so bad after that. But I was kind of hooked after that first little clap, man. It was like a drug to me.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, I said, we'll just keep learning songs.
This ain't
And then
bad.
after I learned a few little songs here and there, I was like, well, maybe I should try to write my own song. And the first one, I don't even remember what that song was called. I don't even think it had even tune. I think I was just open plucking strings. But so I mean, I wrote one little song that one thing that I was kind of always told, and right now I'm in the process of rewriting that one, so I'm not going to share it right now. But this was actually the second song that I ever wrote. One of my good buddies was wanting me to write a song. He was trying to win a girl over. He'd been chasing since high school, and we're still friends today. I'm not going to embarrass him, but
we won't mention them now.
They're married now, so
That
he
worked
can
for
he
him,
can
didn't
thank me later.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, I really want you to write me a song, because I had wrote a couple songs. And I don't know why, but he thought that first song I wrote was like a gold platinum hit, I guess. And I thought it was just plain dirt. But so I wrote this song, and over the course of years, it's changed lyric wise. I mean, it's changed chords, it's changed tempos, and so now, I mean, here I am. I got this song called "Be Mine." It's a first single release, and everybody enjoys it. And went to many shows, people singing along to it, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we've had quite a bit of little downloads and streams from Spotify from it, and
Wow.
it seems to be
Well,
a good
listen
little.
for it coming up pretty soon. It'll be on our local lunchbox show, 11 to.
Yeah.
So check him out. Local lunch. I got a plug, now and then. I got people to listen to this radio station I'm paying for. So.
Yeah.
But let's hear it, Cody.
So this song's called "Be Mine."
Be mine.
Seeing you from a distance, chance with you is a mission. Come on, girl, just look my way. It will certainly make my day. You're probably gonna be hard again. Girl like you would never forget. 'Cause when I look at you, I know that love is true. Let me show you how love goes. Alright, longer. Waking now in the field. I can show you how love should feel. Being around when we can't regret. Home is under that sunset. Cross my heart to treat you right. So come on, baby, oh baby, be mine. Feel you can answer my prayer. You're beautiful, damn, I swear. Makes me wanna blow when I see them beautiful eyes glow. Something about that old gray smile. So come on, girl, let me show you my style. Giving you the key to my heart. And I promise to love you from the start. Let me show you how love goes. Alright, longer. Lay down in the field.
golf clap.
Yeah.
I feel kind of awkward. I'm being the one man audience. Jamie, you can at least clap or whatever. He's not mic'd up, but he can clap. Be Mine, man. Sounds like a hit, dude. It really does. Sounds probably 10 times better than half the stuff you hear on country radio right now. Got a lot of getting some more attention on Facebook Live. Let's see, we got Nicole Hudson. Me and Greg still have a video of you at the house singing, playing the guitar.
Who's that?
Nicole Hudson. Me and Greg still have a video of you.
Oh, yeah.
Says probably 9 years old. Said you've come a long way.
Well, I appreciate that.
And they miss you too.
Well, I'm booking, so.
Got a couple of love yous. Love it. Clap. Great song. That's coming from the DJ. Jerry Moose's one.
Okay.
So she knows good music when she hears it. Does a lot of karaoke too. Good singer. But speaking of, I was saying your song's probably 10 times better than what's played on the radio. What do you think about the music today? You're a young guy. I mean, probably. I mean, I'm sure you've gotten into your dad's old country records, but what's your favorite? What's your influence? You like the new stuff, or you an old country guy?
Well, I mean, so like for me, like I can't sit there and lie to you and say I was raised on the old country. I mean, I really wasn't. Like my dad was a rocker, so like I grew up to like the '90s rock and 106.5 The End.
Yeah, alternative.
Yeah, and then of course, every year like we went to the weenie roast.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. But I mean, I guess like right around 2000s, I started getting into like the Tim McGraw and George Strait, and then that's when I started making. I got around, I guess, other kids, and they were talking about like what they listened to and stuff. So y'all are laughing, so somebody's commenting something.
Oh, Dad's on board. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Always love hearing my son play and sing.
Yeah.
Now tell us about your dad. You said he was into the night. He didn't have a mullet. No, that was the '80s.
Nah, he still got the ponytail though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks for joining, Kenneth. Yes, he loves hearing his son play and sing. Biggest fan, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah.
I want you to make it big so you can bring checks home.
Mm-hmm.
Buy Daddy a new truck.
That's right.
Well, what about the stuff right now? I mean, the new country. I mean, Tim McGraw. I mean, that kind of stuff to me is borderline. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's new country. I'm talking like Florida Georgia line type stuff. You think it's too poppy? Do you like this?
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I like a few of their songs.
Yeah.
I like their older stuff a lot, like on their first album.
Right.
When they first come in, you kind of like, man, who's this band? Because it had that rock vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I'm not all about the hand clap and snap your finger kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to, every time you, I guess, listen to the stuff nowadays, I mean, everything sounds so poppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a few songs that I can get into.
You guys bring it back. I mean, Chris Stapleton, Mako. That's kind of classic country.
Yeah.
You still don't hear like twangy steel guitars and stuff like that. You hear some drum machines, some processed sounds.
I would say probably one of the biggest influences I have like today would be Aaron Lewis for one. Yeah. Aaron Lewis is like idol.
Well, he's a rocker, don't he?
Yeah. He still does the old style country, and then John Party's another one. He still has that, I guess, that twang to it.
Right. Aaron Lewis is a.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see Stained before?
Yeah, we actually saw Stained one year, if I'm not mistaken.
More than Weenie Roast, probably.
Yeah, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the same year that Shinedown was there, Three Doors Down, and Alter Bridge. They were making their
pretty good bill. I don't remember that bill like that. Well, Weenie Roast usually had bands before they got famous. Probably when still.
You had like the two main headliners, which was Shinedown and Three Doors Down.
Right.
And then you had all these other people.
Then some of them became.
Oh yeah. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Stain was pretty big on the West Coast, but here they wasn't really. You heard of them, but you didn't. And
it's funny too because where's Aaron Lewis from?
Massachusetts.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So he's not a country boy.
He's a northern.
He's been exposed.
And it's kind of funny.
I know, because that song, Country Boy, I thought he's from Mississippi or something.
He actually,
I would have never
on
guessed
that last
Massachusetts.
Center album he put out, he actually put out a song called Northern Redneck. It's a pretty good song.
Well, I tell you, I lived in California for 5 years, and people think there's a lot of country. When you go to L.A., and there's probably 4 or 5 country stations, radio, probably more country stations than they have country music bars everywhere. It's not really, there's country other than South.
Yeah, well, that's
I mean,
actually
look at
where-
Keith Urban, he's from Australia.
I mean, that's actually where John Party's from. He's from California.
Well, and Dwight Yoakam's from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I lived not. Country music was big West as well as the South. I guess got its root spread out. Nashville. You ever go to Nashville?
I've been to Nashville one time. Probably on the
Nashville's kind of a different town, you know.
It is. It's wide open.
You think it's going to be a little bit more country than it is. I know. When I got there, I was like, but got its ghettos too, you know. But then it's got, you know, depending on where you go, it's like every other city, you know, part of it.
So I think it was the year of 2014. Well, you said ghetto. And it hit, man.
Yeah.
So I had signed up for The Voice, and I had an audition.
I was getting ready to ask that question. So.
It was February 2nd, 2014. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So my sister actually works for the Comfort Inn down here off of 49A.
Yeah. I remember
And she helped me get a hotel, and she's like, it's a 5-star hotel. And I'm like, awesome. And I was on a week. What I done was I ended up taking off for the whole week, and then we ended up just making a vacation out of it. So we got there on a Saturday and spent all day Saturday there, if I'm not mistaken, and then had my audition Sunday, and then we just spent the rest of the week until Friday just kind of looking around and, just touring and doing all this stuff. Well, we get into, I guess, the nice side of Nashville, and it's like, all right, where's this hotel at? It's supposed to be a Comfort Inn, 5-star hotel. So we ended up.
I know it's coming.
We ended up pulling. I don't know if we went. I think we made a U-turn and went back on the 4th. Crosses the river. We ended up going into the west side of Nashville, which is like the south side.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there's the road. So we turn in. Laundromat, there's an ABC store, and a Waffle House. And tucked in behind those is the hotel.
The 5-star hotel.
And I'm like, surely to God, that's not the hotel. I'm like, yeah, that's it right there. Go in, the guy didn't even speak English.
Yeah.
I think we had to end up typing our name or something so he could.
Did you smell curry when you walked?
I don't know what we smelled.
That might not be a politically correct thing to say, but we're internet radio, so we can say what we want.
So now we get into the hotel room, and of course I do our thing, whatever, about to eat, and we come back, getting ready to, we're watching the prep because I remember the Super Bowl was happening that weekend, and I think the Colts was playing. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure exactly. No, it may have been the Broncos. But anyways, so first night we're there, we come back from eating, go to lay down on the bed. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Dad's bed because we had 2 queen-size beds, and the bed just completely falls, like off the wall into the floor. And here goes Dad, and of course my stepmom Pam, and like they're off in the floor. My dad, he just had back surgery, and he's rolling around like a handicap. So that was.
I thought you were going to say there was gunshots outside or something.
It wouldn't surprise me, but
great barbecue place across the road.
there was. That's what I was actually.
What, from North Carolina, you got to go to Tennessee to get good barbecue?
I think it was Jack D's Barbecue. You walked in that place, it was like a K&W.
Really?
But I mean, walked in and you chose. It was ribs, barbecue, brisket, or chicken. And then they had all the fixings over here. And they, whatever you said you wanted, they'd pull it straight out of the smoke.
And dinner yet, man. You hurt me.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get back on the voice subject where we're talking about, since you brought it up. I was going to ask if you've ever done it or you thought about doing it, but evidently you have. So, did you have an appointment to go, or did you just kind of go? Were you a walk-in, or
Yeah. So I signed up for The Voice, I think 6 months prior deadline.
Do it online?
Yeah, I done it online. They sent me all my transcripts. They sent me all the paperwork. Signed like 57 pages.
How many years into The Voice was that? 14?
I want to say it was
a couple years into it, probably. Been around for a while now.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long. I know it was a big thing back then.
Yeah, it was.
And because I guess that was right before America's Got Talent got real big. And then, but they faxed everything over to me, and I pretty much had to sign some paperwork and fax it back. And then they sent me my artist pass, for me to get inside the building. Because in the middle of Nashville, they have that convention center. It's like 5 stories.
Yeah. And
that thing takes up like 4 blocks.
Yeah.
It's humongous. But my audition was at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So, of course, we had the bright idea. We were like, well, we're just going to get up at like 4, get out there at like 5:30, and then should be the first one in the door. Boy, was I wrong. That building, they had a
there's
line.
Probably people camped out around it.
There was a line 3/4 around that building. And I finally walked in the door probably a little after 9. And then I would say I didn't get to sing my first song until 11:30. Because, I mean, they take you in this room, then they split you over in this room, then you go to this room, then they split you up again into 10 groups of 10. Then you go to this room, then you're sitting there waiting. Then you go to this room, and then finally you go to the last room, and that's where you do.
How much did you get to sing? Did you get to sing the whole song, or like
they requested to have a verse and a chorus lined up, and then they asked for a second song, a different song, to be just for a second song.
You could only sing like a minute, maybe.
Well, they just wanted. They never specified like how many minutes. They just said a verse and a chorus. Yeah.
Right. What did you sing?
I think it was "I Drive Your Truck" by Lou Bryce. Yeah, I think that's his name.
Bryce.
Lee Bryce. Yeah. Bryce. He's got a brother named Lewis, and I get him confused.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. So it didn't work out for you.
Nah, I mean,
how much longer do they make you stay before they tell you don't make it? I mean, is it like you gotta sit there for another 12 hours and then they tell you to go home?
So when I walked into the lady, there was like this producer there. Yes, I guess that's what she was. She just at a single desk and had a laptop in front of her and a stack of paper like this, and you had a couple more stacks of papers right here. They gave out these colored tickets, and they were all different colors. If I'm not mistaken, I think I had a blue ticket. And then they would pull out a ticket out of this box, and whatever color it was, that's what they sang. Ended up, I was the last person to sing. And I was a nervous wreck because everybody else had done smashed it out of the park, and here I am. I'm about to pee all over myself because I'm just a nervous wreck. I mean, there's 40.
What? 20?
Yeah. Yeah, I really didn't have that much musical experience at all. Because technically, I didn't really start playing guitar or singing until year before.
You sang to track, or did you?
Acapella. Just acapella. No, you could slap your knee if you wanted to stay in time.
Gosh,
all it was.
We had a good friend of Statesvegas Radio, Jay, just back to. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for her, but Miss Danny J. She'll continue on and do great things, I'm sure. We'll have her back in the studio sometime soon. If you're listening out there, Danny J, we love you. We're proud of you. You did a good job. So just bigger and better things. I'm kind of on the fence about those shows anyway. Tell you, did they make you feel? Were you down and out about it? Did you?
Luckily for me, I don't want to say like I was bragging about it, but I talked about it a lot before I went, and I had a lot of support from back home.
Well, Danny did too. She was blowing up social media.
And so when I sang, pretty much she was just like, "All right, guys, you can go unless we call your name," and she never called any of our names. And I remember this one girl, she got mad.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was kind of looking. I was terrified. Because I was already a nervous wreck anyway. And she was like, "All these people in here, sing so well. and could definitely make a career out of this, and be the next big thing. And she was like, especially that person, and that person. Then she pointed at me, and she was like, and him. And I went like that,
Take it.
And she was like, everybody in here sang their hearts out. She was like, you know what? She was like, just screw it. And that lady, she was like, well, unfortunately, we just don't want singers.
Really?
And I went, okay. I mean, it ain't nothing but a thing, but I mean.
So would you ever do it again?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just for the
You
experience.
you thought about any of the other ones? American Idol's back. And
I mean.
America's Got Talent.
I mean, I put thought into it, but then I got to thinking.
You don't need it.
Well, for me, I don't want to waste my time doing something that don't really have a promise to it. Whereas if I'm doing it on my own without all this stuff, then if I don't make it, then it's on me, not anything else, kind of thing. Where it's like if I'm out in LA filming for some show, I could have been here for 10 months playing and building your fan base.
You got to put it into work.
Yeah.
It's like winning the lottery shows. And then now there's just so many of them, I think, kind of gotten watered down. I mean, I can't name the last 5 winners. Really. Even the ones that are winning don't seem to be really going too far.
I mean, I know one of my friends, Mikhail Book, he was on The Voice this past.
Well, we had Statesvegas had Lacey Mandigo, which is Brian Mandigo's daughter. He helps us out here. She made it to 12, I think. Did real well.
Yeah.
How much do you get out of it? I guess it looks good on a red.
Oh yeah.
But you still got to put into work afterward.
Oh yeah. I think the biggest thing would probably get me is keeping my mouth shut. I mean, because if I have something exciting I want to talk about,
right,
it's so hard to keep that in.
Oh yeah. So if you would have made it, you'd have to keep it secret.
Oh
right?
Yeah. At least until it airs. And even when it airs, I don't know the whole contract or because I never made it that far. But I mean, they may tell you to keep your mouth shut.
Well, I remember hearing the rumors. American Idol. That show first came on way before Voice. That they basically for a long time after that show. I mean, you made it. You were under contract to go where they said go, pretty much, and hearing a lot of like that, being controlled so closely, but signing their life away. On TV, it sounded good, but when you read the fine print, it's like the music business is kind of famous for that anyway. Oh, the wife is.
Wait, which wife?
She said, "Your wife."
Oh,
Kelly has joined us. She said, "You sound great as usual. Love you."
I love you too, babe.
Somebody else is making fun of me wearing a shirt with a sleeve. Hey, it's hot in the studio because Cody's bringing the fire.
That's right.
She said Cody's dressed for the weather, but dressed like.
What's it like me? I work outside like all day, so
you're freezing.
I was like the Michelin Man out there today. I had like this coat on, another coat on, and then I had my Columbia jacket on.
Oh God, I can't imagine.
I'm sitting there walking around cars like this. It felt like, but hey,
it's nice and steamy in the studio here at Statesvegas Radio, so that's why I'm still wearing my gym clothes. Actually, anyway, you want to do another song for us real fast?
Yeah, man.
What you got this time? Another original.
Yeah.
Everybody's complimenting how great you sound too. So
I appreciate it.
Hopefully, the audio is good this time around. We had some technical difficulties here a few times.
Cody's not talking into the mic.
Well,
so, but no, this song right here, man, I think it's one of the most powerful songs I ever wrote. And it's actually based on a true story. So, Chris Pierce, the bass player of Kimberlane, his wife's from the Philippines, and I got to talking to him one day about how they met and stuff. And long story short, he was wanting to go down the Philippines and go scuba diving, and he ended up I guess connecting with his wife Neela, which they were just friends at the time, asking questions and stuff like that. And pretty much I think how it boiled into, as a long story short, was they kind of fell in love with each other, and he asked her to marry him whenever they're in 10,000 miles away from each other. And I don't think she gave him an answer to begin with, And I think like randomly she did kind of thing. She was like later on like, yeah, I'll marry you. So then he went down there and met her family and got her and brought her back, and that's kind of how it went. So this song I wrote, I actually based it off of kind of like where he was coming from, what he was feeling the whole time, like their relationship was before they were married, kind of thing. And the overall, song, it's called Beyond the Distance. It's pretty much putting everything in his perspective and what was going through his mind, what was going through his heart, kind of. I mean, and yeah, it is kind of a long song. It's probably the longest song I ever wrote. I would say it's almost 5 minutes long, but it tells a good story, and I feel it's going to be a pretty big hit. Somebody can listen to it.
Maybe we'll throw that on the local lunch show as well. Now you talking about that story kind of reminds me. You proposed to your wife on stage, didn't you?
I did. It was actually.
Did you do it to that song?
No. This song is actually. I wrote this song August of last year.
Oh, so after that.
Yeah, and I know I proposed. We had like I wouldn't say a sold out show because we wasn't selling tickets, but it was slam packed. And if the fire marshal would have come in, he'd have shut everybody down. Right. But no, I had actually worked it out to begin with, with my band, the venue, and all the friends and family, and of course, I guess all the regulars that were coming in there. I guess they got wind of it that was going to happen. Thankfully, everybody kept it away from my wife.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, man. I got her on stage, and of course, I had these flashcards that I was asking. I pulled up like 5 random people on the stage, including my wife, and I was asking them questions about the show. I was asking them questions about the band, kind of thing. Where we come from, and if they got the question right, we were giving away merchandise. So I mean, some people got a signed drumstick, and then this other girl, she got a T-shirt, and then this other lady, she got a hat, and then of course, I told Kelly, I was like, if you get this question right, I'll give you a sticker because you've already got a shirt. And you can get a hat anytime you want. And she was like, okay. And so now the question I asked her, I was like, who's your favorite band member? And I was waiting on her to say, like, Brandon or somebody. But she didn't. She said, she was like, yeah, you. I was like,
gets all the chicks.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, she she said, you, and I was like, cool, you can get a sticker, and I was like, well, I'm kind of glad you said that because I don't know if you'd be my wife, kind of thing. And then of course she jumped back, got all excited, and everybody was screaming and yelling and hooping and hollering, and it was kind of funny because right before I done that, right before the show, I had it planned out where my buddy was playing a song for us. Brandon, he played Thinking Out Loud because it's like one of our little songs that we always connect to. But I took the ring and I gave it to my drummer Mike because he's at the back of the stage. So I could turn around and give it, get it from him. Well, the song that we had played right before I was asking these questions, he had just stuck it in his cowbell. And the whole time we're playing the song, I have a stick in my hand, and I'm like whacking the crap out of this cowbell. And he's like, "Dude, stop!" And I'm like, "Why? I'm in the zone, man.
Need more cowbell."
And yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And finally, he told me, he's like, "The ring's in there," and I'm like, "Oh crap!" I didn't spend a lot of money on that thing.
Yeah. But
luckily, nothing happened to it. It was in a good old case.
She's chiming in right now about it. She said it was awesome, total surprise. Thought she was a sticker. So, yeah, she's right on board with it.
Yeah, and
got a lot of people saying.
Yeah, actually, my wife turned me down 3 times. She would never date me.
Really?
Oh,
hanging out.
That's where we met, actually.
I know.
That's where
I was probably there that night, maybe.
Probably so. I mean,
I remember her from there.
I mean, we were friends before, like long before that. And I can't remember if I was playing when I actually first met her, because I have 2 different memories.
Yeah.
Which there's been a lot of times where I don't even have memories at all at that place because it was just a good time.
Yeah.
But no, I mean we were always just good friends, and then after a few years, it just kind of got a little closer and closer, and then she started coming to all the Kimber Lane shows, and then I noticed that she would like drool at the front of the stage over me.
Kelly, was you drooling?
Oh yeah, she was drooling.
Let's see, comment on that. She might not deny.
But no, so I ended up just asking around, and she was like, "No, because you got that rock star vibe," and I got a little boy, and I don't want to mix in with that.
I
Which
heard
I
the
understood.
same thing from mine.
Yeah. And then
I was like, it's not what you think it is, honey. Trust me.
So, and then I let it slide for a little while, and I asked her again. Of course, she turned me down again. And then I asked her another time. It was like 2 weeks later. I was on point with it. I was like, no, this girl's gonna go out with me one way or another. And then she said no again. And then there was one night matter of fact, we were watching Daryl Harwood play. Because I mean, anytime other bands come, and I wouldn't. I mean, anytime other bands were playing. Anytime other bands, that were playing close and we wasn't playing anywhere, me and Brandon, we'd always go out and support them.
Yeah.
That's one thing about it, man.
You got to, man.
Support local bands because you got to have each other's back in this industry. But, and they ended up closing out the night. And, of course, she was there. We hung out with, her and one of her friends at the time. And she was like, I'm not ready to go home. I was like, well, I said, let's go to the Waffle House. Well, actually, Brandon suggested the Waffle House. And, of course, that's where we went. And it just started from there.
Shooting your story.
Oh, whatever.
Probably right. She's probably right.
I got witnesses.
All right, man. Well, this is gonna be our last song. I guess we're gonna have to cut out of here. We got another show coming up. You're gonna do this last one for us, and after that, just to hear this one.
Yeah. This song's called "Beyond the Distance."
Beyond the Distance.
On the screen, show really lights in my room. Sand, the water, and the trees. Girl, it sounds very sweet, but it ain't complete. The picture looks very still without the beat of my heart. Girl, I know a show will for a brand new start. I know you're tired of the waves, but you're miles and miles away, baby. What's it gonna take to brush off all the rain and hop up on that plane and move beyond the distance? It isn't that far. It's dying to see you in my car. See the sparkle in your eyes. Every day we drive to the moon and stars. This life we can call our own. 10,000 miles, girl, you'll never run alone. And I promise you everything will be alright. And if you ever think that I can't love your heart beyond the distance, it isn't that far. Heart skips a beat every time my cell phone rings. Then I see your face pop up on my screen. But it's only a dream. With every kiss, every touch, under this same old roof, same bed, same sheets, tangled up with you. But it's only a dream. You're miles and miles away, baby. What's it gonna take you to brush off all the rain and hop up on that plane and move beyond the distance? It isn't that far. It's time to see you in my car. See the sparkle in your eyes. Every day we drive to the moon and stars. Build this life we can call our own. 10,000 miles, girl, you'll never run alone. And I promise you everything will be alright. If you ever think that I can't love your heart beyond the distance, isn't that far? that far. It's time to see you in my car. See the sparkle in your eyes. And every day we drive to the moon and stars. We can build this line we can call our own. 10,000 miles, girl, you'll never run alone. And I promise you everything will be alright. If you ever think that I can love your heart beyond the distance, is it that far? 'Cause you're miles and miles away, baby. What's it gonna take for you?
Man. Woo! Hey, I'm getting a clap out of Jamie.
The last song, yeah.
Finally, we woke him up.
Man, my voice is going out, man.
Man, I'll tell you, brother, I'm super impressed with you, man. Songwriting skills are down pat, you know, and you know a lot of country artists. You know, one of my biggest deals with them is they don't write their own stuff. So the fact that you're writing your stuff and you're singing and playing guitar, man, it's a triple threat in my book, and I think you can go places.
I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in and for booking, Cody Ward Music.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook.
Do you have a website too, or just a?
Well, we don't have a website set up just yet.
Yeah, Facebook's better.
But you can contact by email too. It's codywardmusic@gmail.
Okay, Cody Ward Music at Gmail.
And then we also
Cody
have a
Ward
contact
Facebook.
number that is 704-818-7009.
And if you forget any of that, you people listening out there, just feel free to message Statesvegas.
Yeah, I can go back and comment on the video or something.
Yeah, there
maybe.
you go. And we're gonna share this video. All you people out there on Facebook land, please share the video. Let's get some views on it. It will be on YouTube as well, on our YouTube channel. Got 30 subscribers. People watch the videos, but they don't subscribe. So if you do go to YouTube to watch the entire video, subscribe to it. The numbers there. I'd like to thank everybody at Statesvegas Radio listening online or listening through our app. You guys on Facebook that don't know how to listen to Statesvegas, download our app at App Store or Play, or you can listen to it on desktop. Yeah, if you don't have the app yet, please download it. You need those downloads. It's 100% free. It's clean. There's no bugs on it. Some people say, Julius did this app. It's got to be, you know, what's it going to do to my phone? I'm like, no, I did a good job. It really works. So you open it up and it plays. And we're going to be having, hopefully soon, some of Cody's music on our local lunchbox show. That's 7 to 1 every day. We got a lot of other great shows. Check out our Facebook page, book, Instagram, or on Twitter, or send us an email at statesvegasradio.com. Also, if you have any requests, any other local musicians out there, send us your MP3s. We'll get them on as well. Once again, I'd like to thank Cody for coming in, man.
Yeah, we appreciate your time,
I
man.
hope you had a good time, man.
Hope
I really
everybody
enjoyed it, and we're going to have you in again one of these days.
For sure.
Probably
You know.
soon. Soon. I'd like to get you in here maybe with a couple other. I think you and Danny J need to. People don't do duets anymore.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah, man. You cool chick. Stand alone pretty good by yourself. So
Well, I appreciate
you don't
that.
need no help, man. I'm super impressed with you. Thanks again for coming in, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. See you guys next time. Thanks again for listening to Statesvegas Radio. Stay tuned. We got another show coming right up in just a couple minutes.